Hello, welcome to Podcassidy. I am here with Aaron Ciccarello. Did I even say it right?
Wow. I am impressed that your and Josh's stream taught you guys how to say my last name. And yes, it's Ciccarello. As I try to state before, C-I in Italian is a CH sound.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to put a D instead of a C for my first letter, it'd be Diccarello.
Mm-hmm.
But
More
I'm
aptly named.
yes, very accurately named. And notice the long letters that follow after. And yeah, so it's Ciccarello. You got it right. Your last name is what again? Get it done. Got it.
Yeah, done. It's so simple that I didn't even need to add it. See, I'm just Cassidy with the heart. I was going to make like the 3, but I guess I can do it like that instead.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, yeah, I don't do those. That's not my thing. That's other people's thing they can do.
Or what's the Gen Z one? How do they do it?
Oh, is it the weird finger like the
Is
what?
it, I don't. How do they do it?
I have,
It's so simple that I didn't even need.
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. I don't know.
What's up,
But
Kevin?
how are you doing? I feel like
Bro.
okay, so first of all, we've been connected for like ever. You are one of my earliest like friends on here.
Yeah, we have a
So,
hey Serena. Yeah, we have a long probably since October or November since last year. Um, so I mean, I think it could have been a Serena post, and I was giving her crap about calling something something, and I'm like, no, it's not. At least up here called something. So I was giving her sarcastic crap, or it was I met her through. Either way, thank you. You know, it's your fault. My whole LinkedIn world's blown up. I mean, I did make a Mount Rushmore of you guys to because you guys have shown me because I was the worst LinkedIn cop. I was like, why are you posting this? Why are you this person? This doesn't belong here. I was I was the Diccarello instead of the Ciccarello at that point. So yeah. So
I see. I see.
hey
That's when
guys.
you're really encompassing the name.
Yeah, but I think for me it's just like it took time too because you and we wouldn't clash like intentionally. It was just like you wanted to get the last word. No, I wanted to get the last word. There was a couple times where there was like a string of like say if it was Susie, hey Susie, how are you? If she posted something and you and I are battling, that response is like 20 freaking pages long because you and I would just not stop. And that happened a lot. And I'm like, wow, she really needs to get the last word. And I knew that. So I'm like, I'm going to get the last word. It just didn't happen. So I'm like, fine, whatever. So yeah, Serena, you did convert me. Thanks. So
Yeah, it is true.
hey,
We took you in like the sad little puppy you were and showed you the better part of LinkedIn.
but the thing is with me, I am like that. Like I'm very easygoing and like I am how I am in the comments in real life. Like how I am in here is how I am. I tame it a little bit just because job places do look. But I was just like, all right, it's evolving. I could either evolve or just block everything. So I'm like, I'm going to be on here and have some fun, and that's about it. So, you know, that's how I look at it. But again, it's all your guys' fault in a good way. You, Serena, Susie, Max. I'll let Josh have a little, extra because he's the mayor and he needs to get votes for, November because that's when, re-election happens. And then there's another guy who he's selling his mangoes, Jay. Um, there's other people that I've also crossed paths with that have been really cool. Before, like, I'll say like the first time I ever even decided to do a live stream with Max, it's, you could either just sit there and be miserable about what you don't want to see, or you can be like, these people are just having fun. Just be yourself. And just, there's nothing to be mad about. If you don't like it, just say you don't want to see the content. That's all. And get it out of your feed and shut the fuck up. Oh,
No, it's okay. You can swear. It's fine. I won't tell anyone. We'll keep it a secret.
sorry. But
But no, I am so thankful that you went from like the LinkedIn police to like evolving, because that's proof that it can happen. It can happen. It doesn't need to be so serious here all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't, because this is the way I look at it. And honestly, besides you, what I don't want to say what convinced me, what was the mitigating factor was like people are looking for jobs, or people are at jobs, people are looking for people to work, whatever it may be, the promoting work, promoting their I'm great at this, and blah blah blah. And I'm going to tell you what I don't like when people talk about what they do. You'll laugh about this after. But my thing was, it's like the same thing at being at a job. You have a rapport with people, you kid around, you talk, you share stuff on your phone with your kids, memes, jokes, all that stuff. So my thing, it's a working platform. Therefore, the working environment is allowed to be on it. And I think that's what people disconnect, is the working environment can be on there.
Yeah.
Show us that fit. What fit? Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
everyone wants to see your outfit. David said, show us your socks.
oh. Well, I did wear them before, so okay, here we go. We got yellow watch, yellow
Very
face,
nice. The mac and cheese fit. Okay.
yellow shirt, which actually I did post this when I was on my rampage of posting everything. We got the yellow and blue kicks.
Yep.
Baby blue socks with the pineapples. Yes,
Very nice. Very nice.
They should be yellow, but they're baby blue. And don't ask the other question that I know is going to be asked, Max, and no, you can't see them later through my window. But the one thing I don't like to see, thank you, on LinkedIn is when it's unfortunately it's usually females, so don't feel like I'm taking a dig. When it's like a very nice post, but it's like an angle like this, and I'm seeing side boob, like I don't like it. It drives me nuts when it's like you sexualized your picture, and what you said was very eloquent and nice. Drives me nuts,
So what I'm hearing,
well, my thing is,
is you are jealous that you don't have the goods to show off to be to be able to pull that off. It's okay. It's okay.
Here, let's try. So what I want to tell everyone
we still support our flat-chested baddies. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
So what I would like to tell you is that I had a life moment, and that it touched me as I touched my no, it's not happening. No. But anyway, so thank you for myself and you guys for having all that type of fun. So I actually found you also because I was looking for work. You looked for people in my field. That's maybe how we possibly crossed paths. You guys are funny in the comments. So like right now, my open to banner is going to be coming down at some point. Not yet, because the company I work for right now, they're great. If they could keep me, they would. They just can't because I'm in a contract. Thanks, Josh. Hopefully you will earn my vote with your kind words. I am coming. Oh, I am. Thanks, Max. So I think ultimately, like the girl's job I took over, she was great. The people I report to, they were awesome. You're always gonna like, I don't want to say you have to prove yourself, but my thing is like, if there was an opportunity that happened for a different type of position for me there, and they thought I did well, great. It sucks it has to end. But I'm actually, the job that I decided to take is only 6 minutes down the road.
That's nice. That's really nice.
I mean, I'm a logistics supply chain, operations manager. And for me, it's that role is logistics supply chain. Now I'm going to a regional supply chain. So it's a little bit bigger and stuff like that, which I've, done. Mr. Wolf. Actually, I'm wearing Beavis colors intentionally for Mr. Wolf. Someone did call them minion shoes, but it's more for Beavis, just to throw it out there. So I think that I've never had a contract role in my life. And to be honest with you, I had 4 weeks left of my unemployment and I got this offer. It wasn't what I wanted to be paid, but I went through a financial tornado of my life, drained my 401k. I had to, you know, work under the table, collect. I did whatever I could to pay my bills, son's daycare, whatever it was. And I was lucky to get this job, even though I'm like, hey, you know what? It's not that far off. It's not a bad drive. It's not a bad opportunity for me. And you know what? We both benefited from it, to be honest with you. And I'll be ever grateful to that company because, you know, they took their faith in me because these are pretty, you know, heavy projects, and taking over someone's shoes who's been there for 10 years. You know, I had to learn someone's job in about 5 weeks, and, you know, and they were there for 10 years. So and I didn't know I was going to have to train remote, like how you and I are talking. That's how I'd have to train. So I didn't know that first. I'm like, different curveball. So thanks, Max. It's okay, Kamari. Cornholio. So, but, you know, even the guy, he goes, hey, we're going to do a farewell party next week. Not like a party, but like a lunch thing. But I'm like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, you know, I had contract people and I always treated them the same as regular employees because I used to have like 66% full-time. The rest were contract, but they got all the swag, all the gear, all the clothes, all the food, a bonus. It didn't matter who you were, you still did. So I appreciate that they're doing that. There's only one guy there who cares about my matching, and he makes sure I match when I see him. He goes, I just had to make sure the shoes match the shirt. So, hey, Shelby. Yeah. So I think ultimately they also showed me, like, I've never worked from home before, and I've never worked like in an area where I wasn't in charge of people. I was in charge of processes. So I was in my own little silo kind of, and I'm like, you know, I'm old as F. I'll be 46, and it kind of told me maybe I should not run around with my head cut off all the time and slow down a little bit and enjoy things a little bit more, which I don't mind running around with my head cut off. I mean, my son does that enough. If anyone wants to lose weight, having my son is a good workout program. So if you're willing to take him on, he'll do it. So he'll help you shed some pounds, probably 10 pounds in a week or two. But I think that environment opened my eyes to a different work environment. Wasn't sure if I would be okay in, but all it is about time management, making sure you're communicating and over communicating, because people don't know how to relay information sometimes. So you got to like double it up. But yeah, so
through your experience, what have you discovered is your like, absolutely, I will never do a job that has these elements again after like going through the contract and your other previous work?
What will I never do again?
Yeah. What experiences do you have where you're like, that was awful? My next job, it absolutely cannot have that.
Oh, where is Haley when I need her? I'm being serious, like, and I'm not going to speak ill, and, you know, people, you know, from other companies will say where I've worked at, they'll probably know who, if they decide to watch this. The level of support from HR that is poisoned from the CFO and the CEO environment, that they are pushed to make decisions that they shouldn't be making. And they have a big law, Max, there's a job for you. Law. They have a big law area where they get sued a lot by employees, old employees, because you know that HR has their arms twisted. You could tell just within, like, they're not even like following the procedure 100% correctly. Like, they're breaking their own code of conduct.
Yeah.
If you're telling me I got to pass out this code of conduct to my employees and they are not following it, and then you're administering something that has nothing to do with it, or you're bending it just because, oh, well, you didn't drink our Kool-Aid, we want you out. Or I'm just simplifying it. But if that was the most toxic environment I've ever worked in. And I was a manager, but there was people who were leads and supervisors in other departments because they were cool with the people up above, had more power than I did. And that's a problem. So for me, if I smell what's that quote? The stinking head quote. If it stinks from the head, whatever. I know someone knows it in here. Max probably knows it. Kelly, I probably knows it. Hey, Natalie, I really think that if I see that type of dysfunction, because it happened to me, I got politically written up because someone made a decision because of someone else. It wasn't documented that they made a decision. So a supervisor got written up. I had to write him up, and then I got written up, and we're like, what are you talking about? And, HR is like, well, and you could write on the thing that you don't agree and you could fight it. And my supervisor fought it for, he gave screenshots, information, but he still kept getting kicked down because someone from up top goes, I really don't give a, what they're sending you, they're taking the hit. So that crap. So, I will not be in that type of corporate sludge environment to where they're playing puppet master to people and people not handling things right. And then you're going to keep getting lawsuits. And you know what? Half the time or more, the people won. So that's where I'm saying the environment I will not be part of. No company's perfect. Everyone's growing, evolving. Everyone's people are peopling. Life is lifing at a high life right now of stress, money, everything's going up in price. So like HR has a tough time even with their jobs. And I would tell my employees, like, say, hey, Cassidy, if you're having a rough day, I tell all my employees, come in my office, we'll shut the door, or we can go outside, vent to me. Be raw as you want to be. Max, don't go there. Just if you're having some frustrations, because I said, look, I'm also human too. I said, I still struggle. Just because I'm a manager doesn't mean I don't struggle financially. Doesn't mean I don't have everyday stresses. Doesn't mean I'm not behind on my bills. Doesn't mean I don't have these obligations that keep destroying and pulling me away. And then I'm not able to do what I want to do. And I'm not happy every day. It's just like, and I don't think some people's employees see that, where just because you have someone in charge of you and they make $150,000 a year, and I'm not going to quote Biggie, more money, more problems. It doesn't matter how much money at that point you have. I'm living my life to my salary. Once that salary gets taken away, and that's why I explain to them. So, some of them got to be leveled down and understand some human things, and had more respect for me because I talked to them. I'm like, look, I struggled. My mother was on welfare when I was growing up. I had hand-me-down clothes. I helped at food. My mom would get food from a soup kitchen, but my mom also helped me work at a soup kitchen. So we would feed people who were worse than we were. I had my first job at 10 years old. You weren't born yet, by the way.
Shut up.
I was delivering newspaper at 4:30 in the morning for 4 years. And then I was also working at a deli at 10. So there's a lot of different layers of the poor that helped me appreciate working at a young age and being poor. And I felt my mother's poor. Some parents don't allow their children because they don't want them to feel the poor. I feel like you're kind of hiding maybe that ambition, or, sometimes showing them some of the struggle, I think, is very important. Because I know for me, if I didn't have that seen into me, would I be who I am today? I would be an ass still, but what type of ass, but I look at it ultimately that I'm glad I struggled, and even struggling now, because imagine this was the first time I struggled. How do you recover? How do you build that plan and everything like that? Yeah, Serena wasn't born yet either. She wanted to throw it out there that when I was 10, you guys were nowhere near even thought of yet. The Joker's in the building, Shelly La Joker. But I think ultimately that, I would explain that to my employees. I'm like, dude, I'm not privileged. I do have a nice car. I do dress decent, but I said, I'm thrifty with my clothes. I showed Cassidy my shoe rack, by the way, guys. And guess what? I spend maybe $30, $35 on my Pumas dress-up shoes, or a little bit more. I have about 80 pairs, but I'm not breaking the bank. I'm not spending $200-$300 on one pair. If it's $300, I'm getting 10 pairs. If I'm getting my stuff from Express, I'm not breaking my bank. I'm using my Express dollars, my coupons, this, because, that's why I shop smart for the most part. But being poor and seeing these things and stretching my dollar helped me, be able to, I don't want to say look a certain way. I just want to feel good about myself, and feeling good about myself and presenting myself. Did it exude confidence or exude whatever? Sure. But I told them, I said, I got myself here. I wasn't like, here you go. Here's your pot of gold. There you go. Down the money trail. But,
Yeah.
you've had your own fun in that world, haven't you?
Yeah, I was going to say it is something that I am honestly appreciative of. Like, yeah, it really fucking sucked growing up with no money. It sucked not, participating in everything that everyone else was doing, and, feeling the weight of not having like the utilities and like the other shit like that. Like literally my senior year of high school, our fridge was plugged into the side of our neighbor's garage. Like we were literally stealing the electricity from our fucking neighbor.
You gotta get creative sometimes.
So it's just shit like that if I didn't see the way that my dad had like kind of went around the law to get us things like that.
Yep.
I very much am more, what's the word for it? Like I can figure out problems. I'm a good problem solver now. Like I can make the most out of having like no resources.
Ooh, I heard Mickey. Sorry.
I know she's meowing next to me.
Someone's asking where Mickey is, so I don't know if you want to interrupt your story for a quick Mickey intro or hero.
Absolutely can't. Mickey, she's trying to get me to go out to the living room is what she wants, because she wants me to go hang out with her.
Mickeys do that. So Mickey's also the name of my mother, just to throw that out there. So I also have a Mickey in my life. I think I told you that. So yeah, my mother's name is Mickey, or it's her nickname because her name growing up from her father was Mouse. And then that's how Mickey came about. There's Mickey. Yay!
Hello.
Wow. She's like, who's that guy in yellow? Why does his shirt look like my eyes?
But yeah, as much as it sucked growing up like that, I have a lot of skills and I have a lot of resilience that a lot of other people have never had. Like they will never know. They'll never know it because they've never been in a situation where they had to learn that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying too before. So that's good that we both took that path.
And that's, why I care so much about manufacturing and skilled trades and those, because those are the kinds of people that have been in those situations. Like, I genuinely do know where they are coming from when they come to me and tell me I don't have a job, I haven't in forever, like I just need anything. Like I get it. I do.
Yeah, and I saw what my boss went through at a job, well, a couple of them. I don't want to be a director. I don't want to be a VP or an EVP. I do not want that shit. Not because it's a peacock. It's a flex position. It's who you're getting along with that day. It's political. It's a bigger D contest. Whoosh, whoosh. I don't want any part of that. I'd rather be with a group of people who kind of do not like each other and like each other on certain days, have them come together and achieve a goal and then do it day in and day out. And then have them feel accomplished and be able to go home and provide for their family.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like that's all people want. They just want to show up, work, get paid enough to support their family and go home.
Yeah. And and some of the jobs suck. They're not glorious, especially in manufacturing or whatever.
Oh my God.
But there are some trades that are people being sassy and we're missing it? Yuli's in the building.
Yeah,
Well,
Yuli dropped a comment.
you know, so what did he? So first of all, his movie comes out, and now all of a sudden he wants to appear. You know, the Odysseus and Ulysses. You know, on the big screen, and all of a sudden he shows up on this screen, which I'm very grateful for. He's a kind soul, and I thought I was messed up in the brain with funky, fun stuff to say. Oh, he's right there. He's right there, and yeah.
I love Yuli. He's the best.
It was told that I had to drive to Texas, help him with his tennis game, so he could finally beat Max. So.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, I think that, you know, and it's good, like, and that's probably like, and then that environment, the manufacturing environment, oh my, you got every ilk of person, and I think that's probably kind of like where you and I, there's that commonality there, regardless of the age gap. Like for me, it's just like there's going to be a common path, and you're not supposed to have the mayor over here is turning 70 this year, and I don't really know what's going to happen with him besides handicap spots and needing assistant walking. But sorry, sir. But ultimately, my whole point is, like, you have people who are older who should be retiring who are working, and it's like they should not be working. It's just because our system freaking failed them, and it kills me. It's just like you're literally killing yourself in your twilight years. You should be enjoying, and you have to sit here work. Like when I order out, which I barely do, I have a guy in his 80s delivering me food. I'm like, and it's not because he's bored. It's because of our effing system, and it freaking sucks, you know? So, but yeah,
how can we fix it, Aaron?
What's that?
How are you going to fix it for us?
I don't have that.
What's your plan? How are you single-handedly going to fix the system?
So if I had the power like Bruce Almighty and let everyone's wishes to God come true and say yes, and then everyone wins the lotto every day, but that lotto amount goes down, at least you're winning. So I guess we have to have a real life Bruce Almighty. We'll call him Aaron Almighty, and I'll grant everyone's just prayers. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's so kind of, literally the gif of him on the computer.
Yeah. So, but honestly, other than that, you can't. I'm not a political person. I'm not a, conspiracy theorist, like the world is flat. I'm not any of those. I follow politics more now, probably in the last year, and also working with the company I work for currently because of the tariffs on overseas goods, shipping costs, gas, all that other stuff, because I got to find out who Trump wants to be nice with. But there is way too many layers and levels of corruption.
Yep.
Natalie, you better kick on some doors for me. I know Natalie will. Natalie is the sister. My thing is, there's just
freaking awesome.
Way too much corruption in governments that there's so many layers and so much protection, even with the Epstein stuff and all that other, the hantavirus. Like there's so many things. Oh, they're there. They get hit, and we forgot about that. Oh, hey, let's create something new. Let's just hit Iran again because we're bored and we want people to forget about shit. Just whatever it may be. Like I'm just saying, like, there's way too much out there just to stop one thing. Because if you're able to stop and help, there's so much more out there that we have no control of, unfortunately. So we had 35 people in here at one point.
Yeah, I saw it go up to 36.
Wow.
That's, no, that was supposedly the reason why I was laid off was because of the war increasing the price of materials, which was then passed on to the customer, and no one was buying.
Oh, really?
So we weren't getting the orders, so they weren't hiring. And I keep getting asked, why do you keep getting laid off? As if it is a simple answer and not something that I'm choosing.
Really?
And it's like, because I chose an industry that is dependent on global economics, like a dumbass.
It sucks. But the thing is, though, that could happen with any commodity or anything. So if you're a company and you're not diverse right now, one thing could throw everything off. Let's see. True. I'm trying to think. Let's see. So, Mr.
We do
J,
we do
I
have
think,
questions in here too.
yeah, questions we got in here. Let's
Drew asked what your least favorite part of logistics and supply chain is.
not communicating back to me, because if I ask for a quote or a whatever today, I'm not expecting it in 5 or 10 minutes. Say if I'm asking from now to China, I know China has a time difference. You got to reach a China office. They also have a backlog of people they need to get to. But if it's taking you 7 business days, I'm not counting the weekend, to get back to me, that is a problem, because you know what you're doing? I know that the vessels are having space issues. I understand that. But when you're waiting, I'm having fuel go up at that point. I'm also having it to where the commodities are having an issue because they have a shelf life too. Because once they're made, the shelf life starts then. So you're stealing a week or two possibly of trying to just get a quote to get it picked up. That's not even talked about it being picked up. It might be another 3 weeks. So now you stole a month of me from an end of life product that might be completely taken away. So the lack of communication, like I should expect it in 3 days. 3 days. And I've had to do like 4, the girls' role that I took over. I let her know, I'm like, hey, these guys need to be micromanaged. Now, I'm not a micromanager, but I had to like email after email. I had 4 emails and they're like, oh, I'm sorry for the delay. And then they give me all the reasons why. Give me the reasons why after like 3 days. Hey, Aaron, there's a delay because of this, this, and this. We'll get back to you. Give me a time frame. And if they don't have an answer by then, follow it up with the time frame you gave me. That's it. So yeah, that's my thing right there on that. So
Okay. All right. What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite thing about logistics and supply chain? There's got to be a reason why you stay with it.
putting out fires.
Yeah.
Putting out
You can
fires.
do that in anything, though.
No, I mean, like making what people feel like is impossible to happen. So when you have a program manager who has going to be here at this date, this pinpoint time, you have an installer, a contractor there, and then you're having a rough time of even getting the materials there, and then the people on the logistics end are trying to work their ass to be able to get to that point at that time, because it's also union people who are unloading it and also installing. So union have a set period of time to be able to do what they need to do. And when all that finally comes together, it's like, wow, this was a good symphony. Everyone, from the, violin to the tuba to the orchestra, guy going, psh, 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 which is the conductor, but every instrument in that orchestra that was able to pull everything off and get it done, it's good harmony. So again, it's one of those, everyone did what they needed to do when it was critical. And, because hey, this needs to be there on Tuesday at 5:00, and people tell you that Friday you get it done, and then Monday it's like, hey, it needs to be there actually at 8:00 because of blah blah. Then you got to start jumping through hoops. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I feel like
All
I'm
right.
at work.
Yeah, we're gonna switch it up. We're not gonna talk about logistics and supply chain anymore.
Hey, Brian. No, the guy I worked with at one of my jobs, he was with me with inclusion and diversity. He awesome guy that I worked with.
Nice.
Gave me too much credit. Yeah.
Gave you too much credit?
No, meaning like nice credit of, So remember, right. I'm modest, and you told me to stop being modest. I'm like, that's never not going to happen.
Stop being humble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max saying, holy shit, I love John, Impractical Joker.
Well, because he has the same name as that guy, but but the thing is, they're both in New York, but different parts of New York. So yeah, I'm getting it all out. Anthony, you are correct. It's just all out there. Yeah. So let's flip the script to you.
Oh, to me?
Yeah. So so say I still have my banner open. Say I'm coming to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's happening?
What's happening?
What are you able to do to help me get that right step forward and into a better pool and a better mindset of trying to find a job?
I can talk to you about your strategy and what you're doing. I can figure out why you're current process isn't working. Like what step in it is your fall off point. I can do a lot with resumes, so writing them. I'm gonna start reviewing them too, and like doing like a session with people and be like, this is why you need to change these things on your resume. And then eventually career coaching too. So like longer term, like talking to people about their job search and getting that stuff set up. So that's the gist of it. I am niching down to like specifically people that are like early career or going through those career changes. Basically not tech or software because that's what I don't know anything about.
That's a tough one.
So that's the goal.
What's going to make you stand out other than all these other people out there trying to give those same type of services? Because honestly, I get hit up all the time and they're like, oh, I can get you hired in a week. You know, they all have that little thing that they do and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got this system that I do and blah, 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 blah. For you, what do you think is going to like say, you know what? I'm not going to promise you anything, but I can tell you it's going to knock down some doors.
Well, to start, I have actually worked in hiring for 5 years.
That helps.
There are literally so many people that do these services that have never worked in hiring ever. So I actually have the like recruiter eye and know what they look for and how to like differently format your resume based on your specific situation and things like that. And then I also have, you know, my marketing in addition to that, which combines it. I know how to make people stand out. I made myself stand out. Look at me here.
Yeah,
so I'm good about helping people figure out like kind of piecing their story together, finding like a common thing and like kind of forming their story and their resume around it. So that way they can actually like sell themselves in the interview. And it's not just like, this is me and here is what I can do. It's like actually something nicer, I guess, more put together.
Yeah. And I think the key thing is, you know, people selling themselves, but like I'll say, for instance, I've hired and been the hiring manager. My thing is if I smell that they're full of crap, I bring them out to the actual area because then I see their face expression and I show them the computer, the software, and I see them like, then I know that your resume did not match. If you're not speaking kind of similar lingo and you don't know some of these things, or you tell me that, oh yeah, I know how to do that, and I ask you a common question and you're dancing around it and you're trying to sound intellectually articulate, yeah, no. So I think sometimes some people, you just, because if I hire you and I believe that, I'm wasting your time and the company's time, and I'm going to put myself further behind. And then, you know, and I've had that happen before. You know, my supervisors would do the hiring. I would do some of it. And if they felt good about someone, but after a week, you know, and not that you want to do that to someone.
Yeah.
But at the, you know, for me, I think for you, what you give is just like you have a very well-rounded balance. So you're this, and this. And once you tell me, like, look, I wasn't just a recruiter, I was also this. But I know, like Natalie just said about recruiters ghosting and stuff like that. Like I had that happen. The recruiter who helped find me for the job I have now that's ending soon, she's awesome. And I still, you know, very transparent. We were transparent out the gate and, you know, had a good rapport. You know, I'm too much sometimes, and I apologize for that because I said sometimes I don't shut up clearly. But I was very appreciative of her because I had other people who like I knew who offered help and they didn't even follow through. That's the worst is when you know someone and they're like, oh, I'm going to do this for you. And it wasn't necessarily get a job or whatever. It wasn't even that. It was to get you to someone, whatever, and it possibly might open a door. Like that possibility. Like there's a guy on here. He lives in the town I grew up in. And I was just talking to him, asked him if he knew anyone. And he shot me over a guy right away. And I was on the phone with him that same week talking about things. And he's like, you were way too overqualified, this and this, and blah, blah. And I'm like, it was good to be able to talk to him, but he fulfilled his promise and obligation. There are recruiters who ghost, but I could tell you that now, I'm not saying it's not there anymore, because I've stopped seeing posts about it, to be honest with you. There used to be maybe a year ago more of that problem because there was more jobs out there, and whatever. I mean, recruiters can get overwhelmed, but like expectations, like if you told me I'd be perfect for the job and I'm going to submit your resume, I submit it to the hiring manager, I'll get back to you in a week, and I never hear from you, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, I think, some people might have a bad taste in their mouth from that. So they might not want to go to someone who might offer that help. Be like, look, that's not who I am. So it's just like, you have to sell yourself on what you're good at. And you have to sell yourself like, look, you may have gone through this and this is not who I am. And I will prove that to you. And I have no problem proving it to you, because it's a two-way street here. It's a trust thing. So.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Wolf is trying to get banned tonight. He said that's his goal.
That's his goal.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get banned. And I mean, I think I don't want him to, because I've only had 2 coffee chats. He busted my coffee chat cherry, and appreciate that of him. I mean, I put it out there like that. Sorry, Bill. I put our business out there. Like, it was great.
The dirty laundry.
Yeah. I
mean, coffee chat and told.
You have, meaning you, others, and I'm like, what is this? And it's just a normal conversation. And it was pretty cool to be able to, just kind of know each other, in rapport, DM land, whatever, and then you actually be face to face, and or not face to face, because I know some people don't do the cam and just talk, which, hey, whatever people feel comfortable with. It's kind of cool to get the other perspective of things, and some people live in different areas. Like I think the closest person to me is probably Jay. I think he's New York and I'm Connecticut. I think everyone else is either South or Midwest, or in those areas. So. But, I mean, I think that we never coffee chatted before. I wasn't good enough for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Coffee
chatted.
Well, okay. So first I'll put out there, my first coffee chat was with Brianna Brew. I sent her a DM after following her for some time and was like, how do I coffee chat? And she said, do you want to have a coffee chat about it? And it was magical. So I had to say that because I tagged her, my queen. And then we didn't have a coffee chat because we didn't need to. Like, we DM'd and well, there's other reasons. There's other reasons that I'm not sharing publicly. But I do think that, it's good. It's good. We didn't need to, but I was thinking about that. It was, as you're talking or earlier today, like, this is the first time that you and I have been like on video together, despite the fact that we have like been friends for so long and whatnot.
But it's all right though, because it's fine with me, because I like, I give my flavor of sass or support or whatever to you guys out there, and I talk to you in a different capacity, and that's fine. I don't have to like, and that's all right. You already know enough. What else do you fucking need to know? And plus, whatever. But my things, I'm just one click away, and that's fine. Everyone's got their own organic relationships, and they're good with other people, maybe not great with others. Like for me, it's like a lot of everyone who's in here, I pretty much, I don't want to make Max's head get whoosh, but it's the Max effect and your effect. So a lot of the people that have reached out to me is because of, or connected is because of you guys. So ultimately, if they like what I put for comments, and like lately I've been more probably Max wants to be roasted because I think he enjoyed his roasted, so I started being a little bit heavier with the comments in his land, and for me it's just a good situation. I think that a lot of us can just get along and just if you roast me, go for it. I love it. But I don't have that with everyone. Like, if I don't know you and you don't know me, probably starting out the thing is don't roast someone if you don't know them, because they're going to be like, because if I have a rapport with you doesn't mean I'm going to have that same rapport with everyone else. I think a lot of people get in trouble with that of like, dude, I do not know you. Hey, let's, see some other comments and see how it works after a while, and whatever, and then build that rapport a little bit, and then start throwing some freaking missiles at me. Go for it. But I don't care to throw missiles at me. I'm letting you right now. If I don't know you, if you've never messaged me, go for it. Give you my consent.
Yeah. Let that be known. If you don't know me, like we haven't talked in the comments and DMs before, don't roast me. You don't know me. You're not close enough to me to make comments about me.
Yeah, for me, it's like I laugh at it because some of it to me is entertainment. But if you mess with her, I think I said that today. If you mess with my people, or you mess with people I don't know, then I'm bringing a bazooka to a knife fight. So
yeah.
and the thing is, it's like I'll say with like Josh, when I first was connected with him, people are taking everything said of context. How hard is it to read satire at the bottom of the damn email? Like, oh my God, this guy is such a jerk. He says all this stuff. Yeah, because he's being facetious and passive aggressively sarcastic. I'm sorry. Oh. And then he has to explain himself because someone's being special. So. But I think that ultimately I'll say now, I kind of touched this a little bit. So I'll bring it up. I'm going to be fine. So, for me, having a child at 43 years old, for people who do want to have children and you do want to have a part of you passed on, I don't think there's any age that you should just be like, oh, I need to do it now or feel pressured. I wanted to have kids I want to have kids kind of maybe near your age. But I also said I wanted to be married before I had kids. That was the prerequisite. That was nothing I was going to like convince me, if one got by the goalie, story,
That's such a funny phrase.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what happened here, unexpected. But my thing, so I will tell you this, and I'm not going to be sad and mushy. So my aunt just passed a couple weeks ago, actually maybe a week ago. So I don't need any empathy. My thing that when I was able to visit her at the hospital, that I was able to bring my son Jason, and this is when she was good. She had these big, deep blue eyes, would light up, see his face. And he would be like to her, he would blow her kisses. And that meant a lot to me because she didn't have much time left. And I knew that memory was going to be stuck with her for when she passes. And honestly, that probably was one of the things that meant the most to me, because part of my son has her. You know what I mean? Because she helped raise me, spending time with her. And my thing is, when you have a child and you have people who've impacted your life and they're around, just realize that you're also passing on a part of them into your child. And I think it's a very great experience, because the other times I was able to go to the hospital, she wasn't awake.
Yeah.
And, before she was put into worse condition, the last time I brought him, she barely opened her eyes, and then she opened her eyes again, and then he was able to blow the kiss, And then she closed her eyes back asleep. And then at that point, I was glad I was able to create that moment, but also have my son be part of her,
Yeah.
Life, unfortunately ending. But it's just important, sorry, that
Yeah.
it made me proud of him, even though he doesn't know what that means yet.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately that when you look to have kids and you grow them up with someone and just realize there's these life events that you don't know what's going to happen. And that little soul can help get someone on a healing mend or something else. And even though, she was terminal, it helped heal her,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be upset.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's so sweet.
But for me, it's just like if I didn't have him at this point in my life, that moment would never happened. My aunt would have not been able to see that with her last days. So it was a very intangible moment, at least for my life and being a father and being able to have him have that moment. So it's pretty cool. So my thing is when you do have children and you do see them bedside with someone who's terminally ill or they need some healing, because I know my aunt was freaking pissed. She was stuck in the hospital. She's an independent person, lived alone. Don't you dare help her. Don't you dare do anything for her. Leave her alone and her cats. At the end of the day, for me, what it comes down to is she knew things were, spiraling, but for me, just realize that, it is tough when you lose someone, but I helped her gain a memory by having him. So just these are the deeper things of when you have children. And I just want to, for me, if I never had him, I didn't have him, but you know what I mean? My body didn't go through the hell. And any guy that gives a woman's crap about the pregnancy and what their body and their mental state goes through, you deserve to walk through an active volcano. I could flip the script pretty quick. I think that if you never get to have kids, it's okay, but just realize that the power that they can have over,
Yeah.
Dylan, why do you love me? What did I do?
Well, fuck, that sounds like a lot emotionally. Maybe I just, let's skip it and just like not deal with it.
But honestly, I it just like kind of came up because it's like I'm thinking about him right now because he's been a pain in the butt lately, but he's just needy. It's all right. I mean, he's not really a pain in the butt, but for me, I don't mind being vulnerable. I don't have that issue, and I don't care who's in front of me. I am, very sarcastic. I could be funny and witty, but I do have a serious side. I do have a heart. It may not always show up, but it's there. And, I'm not trying to like gain points with anyone. This is the real authentic me. It's actually the first time I've actually talked about it to anyone. So I didn't even talk like this to like any of my friends. You're the first. So for me, it's just like to be able to be vulnerable. Thank you. I don't even know why, but it just felt the need to have it come out. And, maybe my body was like, let it out.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you shared it. And like, it's those experiences that we we keep it inside and we don't talk about it publicly, but so many other people relate to them. And that's why I have Podcassidy and want to bring people on here to share those and connect with each other. Like, literally, Noah had said that he had an oddly similar story. Like,
oh, really?
You wouldn't have known that. You know what I mean? There's so many people that are similar and could have really good relationships, really lean on each other, and just don't know about each other because they haven't had the opportunity to. I've been doing this for a year. I've had the opportunity to talk to many people. So I am thankful to be able to bring them here and, be able to let them share like that.
Yeah. And just a side note fact that and she's had it hot. Serena just said that I am the same age as her father, who is also, his name is Aaron.
That's crazy.
That is, yeah. And Serena's thing, I just saw her videos on YouTube, and holy crap. And I sent her a message before here, and I'm like, this is great. I saw hers and Natalie's. I only saw it through the link she sent me. I, have a YouTube, login. I'll have to just go through there. But, that's also, that's a very good platform in a way to get in tune with yourself, to like where you were and writing yourself to then present day and whatever else, and just giving you some realizations, because honestly, life is just a learning tool. We either choose to learn if we want to, or we just go down the same vicious path, but what the consequences are, and that's fine. We're all reckless. We're not all perfect. Even the church lady who goes every day, prays every day, and, she does something wrong. And if she says she doesn't do something wrong, she's full of crap. She probably cut someone off in traffic. So you're not perfect. So I feel like maybe that's probably what inspired some of it. I think it was Serena's fault that I came out and said that, because watching the videos, and then all of a sudden it stormed something up in me. So Serena, thank you for the inspiration. The what the cool kids call it, the inspo, the little inspo, you know what I'm saying?
So you're gonna be on Dear Me then, is what I'm hearing. You're gonna write your own letter to yourself and go on camera and read it and be part of her show.
I mean, she did say because I said I wrote something like that, and she said, well, you could, if you wanted to. I said, I'd write something else. I'm going to use something I wrote in the past. So because, I do like poetry, songs, short stories, love quotes and stuff like that. So I'm very big on writing all those things. So, yeah. Wow.
I've been struggling with mine for days. I keep pulling it up, erasing stuff, typing, erasing again, typing more, and I'm like, I'll get back to it. So poor Serena, I'll probably be the last person on her list of current invited people to actually get it to her. But it's hard. It's difficult. I didn't have a good relationship with myself.
You know what? I used to tear myself down to rebuild myself intentionally, because like it helped me like re-get on my path and get in a better spot, even though like, you need to have a good foundation, but sometimes you got to destroy that foundation and just kind of rebuild. I didn't have a very good upbringing, at least from the father's side in a sense. Yeah. So my thing is, I got to keep fighting that shitty gene. There's a lot of bad characteristics. There's nothing really good about it that came out. So my thing is to keep fighting that gene. Oh my God, it's a gigantic effort. So, and for me, it's just like, but I can acknowledge it. I can identify it. It's great. But for me, I think it's important, and you got to smack yourself, a little bitch slap here, a little bitch slap here. But you actually got to get the actions in motion. You can smack yourself as much as you want until you take that step.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Last question. The inspiration behind the drip, the Count Dripula posts, your outfits, the importance of why you do this every day. Not necessarily posting, but the importance of why you make sure you match every day.
What's that shoe? You want to talk? She would like to talk. So, yeah. I've always matched for a very long time. So it was, and I started doing it at work as well. A lot, maybe the last 15 or so or longer years, because sometimes companies provided shirts, rather destroy those, not my own. And then when you get into different roles where you're in the thick of it, but you're the decision maker, not necessarily the executor. So I wasn't going to ruin my clothes. I doesn't matter where I'm going. The inspiration was just like, oh, wow, I have the money and the funds, and I'm able to do whatever I can with my money to be able to be smart with it and also look presentable. I think for me, it's just I like being put together. I mean, I usually do. Even if I'm like, if I wake up, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go outside and mow the lawn. I'm still matching mowing the damn freaking lawn. Sounds stupid, but the socks, the shirt, the shorts, and the shoes are gonna match. And if I'm wearing red, my headphones are gonna match. So that's doing it unintentionally. So I just like to look presentable, I guess, no matter what I'm doing, and look coordinated. I think it's just I don't want to say like I didn't really have an inspiration. Like there wasn't a moment where it happened. I just seeing my wardrobe expand. I'm like, oh, I have this. Oh, this would go with this, this, and this. So I think it was the accessibility of working my ass off and being able to provide more for myself and being able to look complete. That because I get my haircut every week too. So they're
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I'm high maintenance, so whatever.
Oh my God. I can't believe it's been an hour. We could probably go for a whole other hour too. But we won't. You made it. You made it through. You survived. I'm proud of you.
I don't know
what are your closing thoughts?
Well, this took too long because someone's booked up to next year. But I'm kind of glad it waited this long because I wouldn't have had what happened to explain. But I'm glad that you know the people here were able to see a live me because some of them have and some of them haven't. Not that really matters, but at least if you haven't talked to me before or seen comments saying like, "Oh, I see how he is," I could just tell him to F off and he'll be okay with it. Great, go for it. So. Thank you for, giving me the opportunity to come on here. What's your final take?
My final take. Thank you for finally coming on to the show. You said it was my fault. But last I checked, you had that link for like a month before you scheduled it. So regardless,
that was because of baseball. That was because of baseball games, and you had them on Tuesday or you had them on Wednesdays and Sundays, and both those days were games. So sorry.
What about Fridays?
Thanks,
what about Fridays?
Fridays. I don't.
Yeah, caught you. You.
No,
I knew it.
I'm trying to figure out Friday. I don't think honestly Fridays. I don't think there was. Saturday there was practice, and Sunday there was games. So,
but regardless, Kevin said that he wants you to be his friend.
Does he? Hey, Kevin said I was the second best Aaron, and I told him I'm okay with that. So I'm fine.
Thank you, everyone that came and commented. Thank you for coming on to the show, Aaron. I appreciate you. And I appreciate your vulnerability today because you shared some deep shit. So I'm appreciative of it.
Well, and again, thanks. And everyone, thanks for coming. I know you could be doing other things. And honestly, you guys are a good motivating factor and, make everything alive and well and give us all inspiration to do the fuckery that we do. So.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
I hope, yeah, everyone go follow or connect with Aaron if you haven't. He is awesome. Everyone go to my website, saidanddonemedia.com. I released another article today. Yay.
Uh-oh. Yes.
And then next Podcassidy will be Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I will see everyone then.
You better.
All right. Yeah. All right. Bye.